All right, so in this issue, we're going to be talking about the family production of income and time allocation. I have posted all the readings for this section in Blackboard, and I also posted there's one reading that is a PDF, so I have also uploaded that reading to Blackboard as well. So you all have access to the readings for this section. So, under this issue, we'll talk about the historical and current patterns of women's labor force participation. We'll talk about the economics of work, causes of women's increased labor force participation, and the costs and benefits involved in a decision regarding a woman's paid work. Like I said at the beginning of the semester, we will first look at issues from a macro level, followed by the micro level. For the macro level, we're going to look at and discuss a number of graphs showing us overall trends. On this page, you will see a graph from the Bureau of Labor Statistics showing labor force participation rates of males and females 25 years and older. So the males are in red, the females are in yellow. So I want you to take a few seconds just to kind of look at this graph and think about what you're seeing here. So I'll give you a few seconds to kind of process, look at the graph, and think of what trends or what you're seeing in the graphs. So if you said that there is a downward trend, even though it's slight, there's a downward trend that occurred between 2009 and 2010. That is exactly what I was seeing too. So we're seeing a drop occurring for both males and females between 2009 and 2010. A lot of people have contributed this decline to the number of retiring baby boomers, and most agree that this is one of the reasons we have seen a continued decline. But there are other possible factors that are contributing to this decline as well. So again, I'm going to give you a few seconds to think about some other reasons why this decline could be occurring. So I'll give you a few seconds to look at the graph again and think about what happened during these years that these employment rates are dropping. So if you said the Great Recession or the housing bubble or the financial market meltdown, you are absolutely correct. So during this period, more people experienced long-term unemployment because of the difficulty of getting a job. And this had been seen as a negative because there is a stigma attached to a person if they have been out of work for a long time. There was also a weak demand for labor, so companies and businesses were not hiring workers. And then it's cyclical. So it means that there's a cycle or reoccurring. And this is just part of a lack of a significant recovery from the economy. In this next graph, we're looking at unemployment rates of males and females 25 years and older. And we're looking at the years between 2005 to 2015. So I'm going to give you guys a few seconds to take a look at the graph and kind of think of an idea of what you're seeing here. So if you thought or if you saw that overall women have a higher unemployment rate than men, you are correct. But during the worst of the Great Recession, so between 2008 to 2010, men were actually more affected than women. In this graph, we are looking at who makes more in the family. And we're looking at the years between 1960 to 2011. We can see here that the proportion of fathers making more is consistently higher than mothers making more. But we also see that the number of fathers making more has declined over the years as mothers are starting to make more. So this graph shows us the present day of stay-at-home mothers versus stay-at-home fathers between 1994 and 2013. So what are you guys seeing in this graph? Give you guys a few seconds to see, and then I will discuss it. So if you said that the number of stay-at-home fathers has remained relatively low and flat, you are correct. But it has definitely increased from 1994 to 2013, but it looks like it's only increased by 1%. Stay-at-home mothers have gone through more of a wave, but it still remains much higher than stay-at-home fathers. But we also still see a dip. It looks like we see a dip in the year 2000, like between 2000 and but then we see an increase and then another dip in 2010. But overall, it's much higher than the number of stay-at-home fathers. So I do have this YouTube video that I will post, and I'm going to set up a discussion for you guys. So you guys will see that on Blackboard. So keep an eye out for an announcement about that. In this cartoon, we have a wife carrying groceries and kind of griping about how she is uncompensated for all that she does. So the wife is carrying the groceries. She's like, why don't I get paid for this? And you see the husband giving the wife a kiss, and he's like, we pay you with our love and gratitude. And then he goes on to say, plus I make pancakes on Mother's Day. And she rolls her eyes and she's like, oh, all right, in that case, we're totally even. So how does this cartoon make you feel? I'll also put that in the comment in the discussion as well, for us to kind of discuss about that. How does this interaction make you feel, and do you feel like it's an accurate representation of how the dynamics in a household is between two partners, or do you think that this is not a thing anymore? All right, so big question of the day. How much do you think a stay-at-home mom's household work is worth? So in your opinion, how much do you think a stay-at-home mom's household work is worth? Do you think it's worth $25,000 per year, $50,000 per year, $100,000 per year, $200,000 per year? Well, so in case you have ever wondered what a mom should be paid for her work as a mom, Salary.com has actually valued the mom job for both working and stay-at-home moms. Based on a survey of more than 28,000 mothers, Salary.com determined that the time mothers spend performing 10 typical job functions would equate to an annual salary of $143,102 for a stay-at-home mom. And a working mom's at-home salary is $90,223. And these are numbers from 2016. And this is also in addition to the salary that they earn in the workplace. The job titles that best matched a mom's definition for her work are, and this is in order of hours spent per week, is housekeeper, daycare center teacher, cook, computer operator, facilities manager, van driver, psychologist, laundry machine operator, janitor, chief executive officer. So this is just a breakdown of a stay-at-home mom's worth with each number of hours spent and how much each portion is worth. So according to Salary.com again, stay-at-home moms spend about 92 hours of work each week, which is worth about $143 and $143,102. I'm having a little bit of trouble saying such a big number for what stay-at-home moms are worth. And I would advise you, if you are curious, to go to Salary.com. I I have the link on the side there. So go and check out that link and see and just kind of explore and see what you guys can find. So this is a breakdown of the working mom's worth. And on average, a working mom spends about 59 hours on work dedicated to the house. And again, this is in addition to the work that they spend outside of the house at their actual workplace. And so based on this, the work that they do at home is worth $90,223. And again, I'm suggesting you guys go check out this website, www.salary.com/working-mom-infographic / So check that website out, see what you guys can find. It's actually a very, very interesting website. So one of the most significant changes in family economic well-being in the last century has been the significant increase in women's labor force participation. It has also affected other aspects of the family. For example, marriage and fertility, balance in work and family life.